Well, I don't know about you, Coach, but every time I hear that, I just get fired up. That Brownwood Lion fight song.
Yeah, because it usually means you scored touchdowns. Speaking of scoring touchdowns, we got someone here that knows how to do that.
He's had about 19 or so this year. Are you keeping count, Conlon?
I think it's 19 this year.
19. We're going to visit with our player of the week here in just a few minutes. Lions getting ready to do battle at Glen Rose against the Kenterdale Wildcats. Friday at 7:30. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that game and tickets availability and all of that good kind of stuff. So all of our bunch healthy and ready pretty much?
Yes, we're ready to go. I mean, we've had good days of practice. Kids are really focused. I thought we worked hard. Like I said before, we're a style of offense that I don't know that they've seen this year. We're going to run the football, and they may stop us. They may hit us in the backfield once or twice because with the defense that they run, there's going to be some busts, or they're going to send more than we can. But we'll also make them miss, and we'll also run through some tackles, and we're going to pound the football, and we're just going to keep mashing on them, and all of a sudden you take a 2-yard gain and turn it into a 20-yard gain, or the ability to maybe even take it to the house. But we're going to be committed to the run. They're going to play zero coverage and sometimes and just heat us up. They'll play man free, where they're playing man with their free safeties, reading the quarterback and do it, playing run or playing pass, and then they're going to play some cover 3. And if we get some press man situations, we still believe that we have some guys that can press the field vertical, and we're going to take some shots and see if we can win some 50-50 battles and come up with some big plays. So I think we have a great game plan offensively. Defensively, I think we have it narrowed down to where it's extremely simple for them. They're a veer team. They're going to run dive, quarterback, and option pitch off of it, so we got to be disciplined in what we do. I think we've had some good weeks, and I think it started with the kids' mentality and their desire to go out and try to win a by-district championship.
All right, Friday night, 7:30, and talk about tickets. I think they're only available online.
They're available online. You can go to brownwoodisd.org/athletics like we've done in the past and get those tickets purchased, but they'll only be online.
As we talked about on Wednesday, this is a team that likes to run the ball too, 49 or 50 pass attempts all year, so they run.
Yeah, double slot. They're going to motion. They're going to run the veer, like I said. They're going to run the buck sweep. They're going to run the scat. They're going to run the trap, old school type stuff, like it was when I was in school, but they still do that. And they will pull up, try to throw the ball from time to time. And usually when they do that, they're effective because they lull you to sleep with the run, and then they pop you the pass if you don't have disciplined eyes. But we've really been focusing on our kids and their reads and being strong with your eyes. Also, they go on multiple snap counts, so we're telling our D-line, make sure you've got deaf ears, turn your ears off and don't listen, but watch the football. So we've been really stressing that. And to be honest, I'm really pleased with our sub-varsity, our JV team that's up there going through practice with us and giving us, just a great look. Great look on defense. When our offense is working, they're going extremely hard, and they're trying to make us better. And the same thing when we're on defense, they're trying to run that difficult offense and give us the best look we can. So I'm really pleased with them and their efforts. And as I told them yesterday or today is, if we win a district championship, you're going to have a vital role in that happening because of the look you gave us. So all in all, it's been a good week. We just have to have confidence. And I told the kids, we still have not played a complete football game. And if we do that, you'll surprise and shock yourself, and you'll see how good you can be playing against top-tier teams in the state. Kennedale's a 9-1 team, and they're 9-1 for a reason. They're good. They got a great offense, and they got a very, very good defense.
The one loss, though, if you want to compare, is to Heritage. They only put up 7 points on Heritage. We put up, 28 or whatever it was? So I kind of look at that, and I say, maybe we've got a shot here to hold them down, to maybe get some points and jump on them and hold them a couple of times.
As long as you don't give them the big play, you let them drive down and earn it. That's always been the MO. And one of the touchdowns that Heritage scored was on a fumble, scoop and score by a lineman. And like I said, they're good defensively.
Yeah.
You don't shut people out being bad. You can have a decent defense and still give up points. They just don't give up many points, and you can say their district's weak or whatever, but you still got to go out there and you got to stop athletes. You got to keep them out of the end zone. They do a good job of that. I just think that one of our pluses is different than last year is we are going to have the ability to run the football. And like I said, it may be +1, +1, +1. We have to punt +5, +3, but eventually we're going to start wearing on them, I feel, and our kids will play with their speed and start understanding what they're trying to do. They'll pick it up, and then, of course, Colin is great after contact, runs well behind his pads, and if you hit him at the 2-yard gain, he'll turn into a 5-yard gain, maybe turn into a 20-yard gain, you don't know. But they swarm the football well, so we got to be patient and take our opportunities and just pound the rock. Best defense is a great offense, and keep them off the field. So we're going to try to do multiple things just by controlling the ball.
Amen. Of course, our Lions have rushed for about 250 or so yards a game. So, man, we're doing well in the running game, and one of the reasons is this young man right over here we'll introduce in just a moment. Again, tickets, I think you mentioned that, online. Get those tickets and come out and support Brownwood at Glen Rose. It's a beautiful stadium, only about an hour and 20 minutes, and there you go, Friday night.
Yep, supposed to be good weather and maybe a little chill in the air, but that's good. It should be in the playoffs. We'll be wearing those stars and reflecting back to the history of Brownwood and the traditions that we have, and have an opportunity to put those stars on their jersey. And unlike most other programs that wear some kind of insignia of how many state championships they won, we don't do that. We earn the right to wear those stars, and the only way you do that is to get to the playoffs. So that was that way for me, and it's that way for them. And they've earned that right, and I want them to honor that and go out there and play with great character and class and passion, and let the chips fall where they may.
All right. Well, we did have some basketball yesterday. How about the Lady Lions opening up with a nice win?
They did. They played I thought it was a decent Eastland team. They had 2 tall girls, but we have 2 tall girls as well. Matched up, I thought, pretty good. Both teams started off slow, which is expected because of the first game. We started putting in some points. I think it was 10-0 before they finally hit a basket. You'd have to talk to the Stuck about that. Who knows? But all in all, I thought they came on stronger later in the game and played well, and our girls won 56-29 over what I thought was a decent Eastland team. Eastland, and I thought it was a great start to the season. They have a couple of girls I think can shoot. Alexis Areola shot well. I think she hit 3 threes in a row, and then was fouled on the third one and made her free throw. So she had 10 points in about a 20-second span or something like that. It seemed like, but it was really nice to see her get hot and see that we have a potential shooter from the perimeter. Remind me of Mallory Garcia, who was at the game last night. I got to visit with someone that can get out there and shoot, and then of course with your big girls inside, they have the potential to get it on the block and get some easy baskets. So Coach Hortz was out there coaching hard. Hopefully we'll have her maybe on the radio show Monday and let her visit with you about the team. But it's a great start for them. And also the boys went over and played in the scrimmage against San Angelo Central. Coach Parker was pleased with what he saw. Gave some kids an opportunity to get out there and play and to see where they were and what they needed to do and to grow and to see if they were where they wanted to be. So he said all in all, he thought it was a great scrimmage for all levels. So they will kick off the season this week as well. All
right, besides football, what else is coming up later this week, Coach?
Well, funny you asked, because we're right in the middle of working on shifting some schedules if possible. We're having some problems with not being able to get charter buses to get our people transported to the game. So we're having to look at getting local buses. With everybody going everywhere and so many buses out, we're running out of buses, so we're having to maybe shift some games. But as of right now, we're supposed to play. Our girls are going to Merkel at 5 and 6:30, 5 and 6:15. That's JV and varsity. And then at 5 o'clock, our freshman girls were going to go over to Zephyr and play. If we can move those games to Thursday or Saturday, we're going to try to do that. Or if they can travel to Brownwood and play those games, we're going to try to do that. Looking at boys basketball, is probably supposed to go to Lipan 4 and 5:15. We're still trying to work on a schedule to see if we can get them dropped off and get some buses back or move them to Thursday or move them to Saturday. So those are sort of up in the air. And the worst scenario is we'd have to cancel those games, which I do not want to do, but you got to put priority right now on what the band's been doing and what they're trying to do in the state state playoffs compared to your first game or something like that. So like I said, I don't want them to have to cancel a game at all, but if we have certain issues, we'll just have to prioritize what's important at the time.
Yeah, because both those basketball matchups, Merkel girls are always good, and we know Lipan, they're Class A, but boy, they're always very good in basketball.
They play basketball. That's what they do. So, like I said, I don't want to cancel games. That's never my intent, nor do I want to do that. But sometimes you're just sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and we got to figure out transportation to the game on Friday. So it is what it is. We'll do the best we can to support all of our programs and get it resolved. But concrete plans. Don't know yet. As soon as I get those, I will share them with you.
All right, be sure and keep us updated. I appreciate you, Coach. All right. We have our Triple T Player of the Week in the studio. Ta-da! There it is.
There it is.
You want to introduce this young man? He was our first Triple T, I think.
Were you the first?
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Yeah, he was.
Our Triple T Player of the Week, of course, is Colin Anderson. Colin could honestly have been the Triple T Player of the Week multiple times.
Yeah.
He's done a great job. He's a consistent guy out there on the field and does a really good job. He's a grinder on the field. You know, he's a bulldozer. He rushed for 103 yards last Friday. He has 1,788 yards for the season on 292 carries, which is a 6.12 average per carry. So anytime you can touch the ball and expect 6 yards, let's do that Friday. If he touches the ball and gets a 6-yard average, we're going to be doing pretty good on Friday. So also has 19 touchdowns, which is a lot.
Yeah.
You're almost 2 touchdowns a game.
Boy,
That's a lot.
he's
for
had a
high
great
school.
year.
No
Yeah.
doubt about it. So it's, I mean, like I said, Colin, this is his second time to do this, but honestly, it could be his third or fourth or fifth.
Yeah. Colin Anderson, 212 yards away from 2,000 yards. That's a magical goal. You realize that?
Yes, sir.
So, at 19 rushing touchdowns, having just a phenomenal season. Congratulations on the Player of the Week again. You were in Week 1, and here we are, Week 10, or Week 11, I should say.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Again, just a junior, too. Conlon's one of those many juniors we have out there. And so what are we looking at Friday night? You watched some film of Kenterdale, so what are we looking for on the running game Friday night?
Just our basic stuff. Just do what we do. And let's see what happens.
You know, in some of the more recent games, Chance has taken some of that pressure off of you. He's run the ball pretty well, too, so it's kind of been the Chance and Conlon show the last few games.
Yes, sir. I think me running gives him more opportunity, and then when he does good, it gives me opportunity to get big runs.
Yeah, those little option plays that you guys run, those RPOs, always looking good. And, of course, we've had Jalen come in and spell you a little bit, too, and he runs hard.
Yes, sir, and he runs hard.
Well, what about your offensive line? I think they've just been playing outstanding this year.
Yes, sir. They do the same thing every game, just do what they do, and it opens up holes for us to make big plays.
But your yards after contact, too, and that's so we don't keep that as an official stat, but I know it's got to be up there close to half your yardage, I'm going to say. So your drive and your legs, you work out a lot, leg weights and things like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just keep it grinding, huh?
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's extremely strong kid, period, but from the waist down, he's strong, especially for his size, but he's also a grinder in the weight room. I mean, you don't have to tell him to go in there and get work in. You don't have to tell him to get your reps. He's just a guy that's going to go in there and do what he's asked to do. And when he's in the weight room, he's serious about what he's doing, and he's reaping those rewards this year because he's made a lot of yak yards, that's for sure.
Boy, no doubt about that. Of course, your brother Dryden plays defense most of the time. Do y'all ever bicker at each other at who's best, him defensively or you offensively? Because he leads us in tackles.
Yes, sir. We just try to get after each other in practice and just make each other better.
Have y'all had contact in practice then before? And
Yes, sir.
who's got the best of who so far?
They kiss in practice.
Do they really? I want to see that. Got some video?
Look, I got it.
So who gets the best in practice usually?
Just depends on the day, I guess.
Really? All right. So tell us a little bit about Conlon. I know we visited at the first of the season. What do you do besides football? What are your hobbies, and what do you like to do in your spare time?
I don't really do much, just school, hang out with friends.
Are you a
football.
gamer at all?
Not really.
Nah, not really. So it's pretty much football. Do you do any other sports?
I play soccer. I did powerlifting last year. I ran a little bit of track.
Or a little bit of track? You going to play soccer this year?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your boys' soccer team, looking forward to that. So, again, we've got Kenterdale coming up this week. So tell me a little bit about who do you listen to music-wise when you're alone? Who do you like? Who's your favorite artist?
Dollar says we don't know him.
All right, what do you wagers? Wagers?
Like Polo G. I don't know.
Who?
See? We both went, who?
Wait a minute, who was that?
Polo G.
Polo G.
Derek, and don't you have his greatest hits in your CD?
Hey, I got to tell you this. I told myself when
Or
I
her.
was about Colin's age, and I'd talk to my dad, and he would listen to us. He's like, "What's that you're listening to?" And because he was a Marty Robbins guy, as we talked about, and Eddie Rabbit and that crew. And I was like, man, I'm never gonna be like my dad and not know what the modern music is. Well,
Guess
I'm
what?
my dad,
Yeah.
because I don't know any of them anymore.
I have no idea who that is, but I'll
Polo
take your
G.
word.
Polo
Polo.
G.
So you guys don't listen to Johnny Cash or Merle in the locker room or any of that old country stuff?
Patsy
Buddy Holly,
Cline,
yeah,
or-
Patsy
He's
Cline.
like, who's that?
Yeah, who are those people?
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to ask you. Crazy. All right. So I didn't get a chance to ask you the first week, but I've asked everybody else. Your perfect meal, what would that be?
I don't know, like chicken or something.
Chicken?
What kind of chicken? Fried chicken? or
Fried
like
chicken.
baked
I can get you some baked chicken. Would you go get that bag out of the fridge?
Where's your favorite place to get fried
Never
chicken?
eat chicken that Carl gives
My
you.
favorite place, like
wrong.
Cane's, but it's not that. You know.
Oh, Cane's is pretty good stuff.
I like Underwood's fried
All right.
chicken.
So what's your favorite class in school? I like Underwood's fried chicken too. There's you a plug, Paul.
Yeah, I love Underwood.
So what's your favorite subject in school besides sports?
Lunch?
Lunch.
Lunch? I was going to say favorite teacher, but I don't know if you have a teacher for that. You want to give a shout out to one of your teachers?
Miss Taff.
Miss who?
Taff.
Oh, Miss Taff. Yes, I know Miss Taff.
Teaches English.
Yes, she does. All right. So lunch is, what's on the lunch menu today?
No idea.
Just whatever's available.
Whatever, they have options.
They
Back
do.
When I was in school, you didn't have options.
Yeah.
When you walked through the line and they gave you your tray, you said thank you and paid your 50 cents or whatever we paid.
You either eat it or starve.
That's right.
Boy.
You eat it or you didn't eat.
That's right. They got like 12 options now. It's crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
It's
And
good, though. There's nothing wrong with choices in the cafeteria. I like that idea.
boy, they're sure not. Well, Conlon, congratulations on a great season. Let's keep it going Friday night, and
Yeah.
good luck Friday. Anything else on the game Friday, or anything else about Conlon? Anybody else you want to say hi to?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Say hi, brother Dryden.
Hi, John. Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Say hi to
You got to put Mom in there for sure. All right, Conlon, thanks for being here. Good luck Friday. We'll see you
Yes, sir.
over at
Thank
Glen
you.
Rose.
Yes, sir. Thank
All right, there you go, Coach. He does his speaking on the field,
He
as
does.
they
He's
say.
Not, he really isn't a loud person. He really isn't. But
I love to watch him play.
yeah, it's neat. I watched a video. Of course, I've watched a ton of film, but I would have gone back to watch last year's film multiple times. And I was actually watching it this morning, and it's neat to see Conlon now and then because he's a lot bigger than he was then. It's
Yeah.
neat to see how much he's grown, and it's going to be neat to see how much he grows over
Yeah.
from junior to senior. So they're going to know that 24 is now number 2, right? Was it 24 or 26?
24.
24 is number 2, but they're going to say, oh, that's the same guy as last year, but he's not the same guy as he was last year. So I'm excited to see what kind of production he gets Friday.
Yeah, Conlon got some carries last year, I think, for Roy Shaw and a few times, and got to spell him. And I knew at that time that we had something special right here, no doubt about that.
That is true.
All right, Coach, great stuff today. Seems like are we missing
I
anything?
don't know what be
Derek,
missing.
Starr, Randy, we missing anything today? Nope. Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess that's a wrap.
That is a wrap. You better thank those that
Oh.
make this show possible.
Oh, I got something. Go ahead.
Okay, Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank and Willie's Teas, and of course Triple T for sponsoring the Player of the Week.
You know, I've got a couple of more messages from Caleb Castaneda's mom, and you don't know how much you gave that young man. Just,
Well,
I mean,
it
he is
wasn't
still
me,
talking about.
It was them, the team, and the way that they let them in, and they just had a great time. It was fun to see the genuine smile on their face, and it was good for our kids to see how much those young people in the community look up to them, and how they're always having to uphold their character and the image of what it is to be a Brownwood Lion, because you never know when little ears are listening or watching. And you can either uplift them or you can devastate them by your actions. So we're always trying to teach and preach that to our kids. But it was a start to that. I thought it was a great time. and I'm glad that they really enjoyed it.
Got him an autographed helmet right
he
there,
did.
too. That's pretty special. Hopefully, we can do that again next year at the
Yes,
cherry
sir.
pie auction.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, thank you. Conlon, thank you. And, Coach, we'll see both of y'all Friday night.
Yes, sir. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. Coaches show every Monday and Wednesday at this time here on KOXC 101.3 and video streamed on the KOXC KBWD Facebook page and also at KOXC.com.